Hey, isn't it weird that the minute Iran finally got rid of using the US dollar, that all of a sudden the minute they do that, they become a terrorist, more terrorist? We're going to invade Iran. People have been talking about this for quite a while. There's a really good article that came out in Truthig by Lee Camp entitled, I Know Which Country the U.S. Will Invade Next. And what he goes through, and it's something we've talked a lot about on this show, Saddam Hussein got rid of the dollar, we invaded. Gaddafi got rid of the dollar, we invaded. Assad, Syria, got rid of the dollar in 2006. That's why we've been trying to invade since then. Every time a country says, we're not using the dollar anymore, we put them on the watch list. Lee Camp references Wesley Clark in here. Because what happened, Wesley Clark said, you remember he ran for president in 2008, that he told the Pentagon, or he told when he ran in 2008, that the Pentagon told him in 2002, we're going to take down 7 countries in 5 years. And they're going to start with Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan. Right? He called it. So it's, and this is what we do. Somebody says they don't want to do, it's all about banking. It's all about the petrodollar. We've been talking about this for a long time. So this is what happened. On January 4th, it was reported that Pakistan was ditching the dollar in its trade with China. And that same day, the U.S. placed it on the watch list for religious freedom violations. The same day. And this is what Lee Camp talks about, and it's the thing I've noticed from doing this show the last, 16 months. It's becoming so predictable. It's just that predictable. Someone's a terrorist state, someone's a newly formed terrorist state, they must have oil there or they're getting rid of the dollar. Or both. So it's unbelievable. And last week, Iran switched from the dollar to the euro. And sure enough, the U.S. military-industrial complex, the corporate media, and Israel all got together to claim that Iran is lying about its nuclear weapons development. This happens within days of Iran dropping the dollar for the euro. Within days. It's unbelievable. And here's how we do it. The mainstream media is pushing this, right? We've been talking about Iran, Iran, right? We've been fighting with them for the pipeline through Syria, and now that they're dropping the dollar, you better believe we're going to invade Iran. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's between Iraq and Afghanistan, so there's going to be troop buildups back in those countries. That's one of the reasons why last year Trump started putting more troops into Afghanistan. I think he said he was critical of Obama for upping the troop count in Afghanistan. Remember, Trump ran on an anti-interventionist? Why are we in Syria? Why are we in Afghanistan? He was critical of Obama for all of this. He gets into office. We'll be back and we'll be pumping up more people. ISIS is going to start getting out of control in Iraq. I just bet. And we're going to need 30,000 troops there. So we're going to have, 50, 60,000 troops on either side of Iran. And whoop, we'll be in a, whoops, I hit the thing. We're going to be in a ground war in Iran in the next couple years. And here's how they'll keep selling it to us. We will now see the mainstream media running an increasing number of reports pushing the idea that Iran is a sponsor of terrorism and trying to develop nuclear weapons, which are WMDs. But for some strange reason, our media is shying away from saying they have WMDs. Here's a 2017 PBS article, hippie liberal PBS, claiming that Iran is the top state sponsor of terrorism. One must assume that this list of terror sponsors does not include the country that made the arms that significantly enhanced Islamic State military capabilities, which is the U.S. The Islamic State uses U.S. weapons because we put them there. So as Lee Camp says, millions of innocent people are killed in these wars. Millions more have their lives destroyed. When are we going to be done with this? When are we done with the ruling elite going out and ruining countries and ruining people's lives and killing people? All the people in the Middle East, we're going to ruin their lives. We're going to send American men and women over there to come back in body bags with prosthetic limbs, brain injury, PTSD, right? I bet you they'll do it like they did in 2008. There'll be a big recession. There'll be no jobs. Right when we need a bunch of troops to get deployed. Remember when that happened? Right? No, in 2007, no one was enlisting. Nobody wanted to go to Iraq. The Iraq war was going on. We were in Iraq and Afghanistan. They asked for the surge. And then they were having a hard time recruiting. They moved the age from 35. The oldest you could be to join the military, they moved from 35 to 40. They allowed people with criminal records to come in, people with crazy tattoos. They changed all these rules. They moved it like 40, then 42. Bringing in all these National Guard people, like what? And then the recession hit. Oh, we don't need to. Everybody's looking for a job. Everyone will take a $20,000 re-enlistment bonus. There's no jobs back home. They all been shipped over. Seas, we all got rid of them. Everything got shut down. The banks aren't giving any loans anymore because they're too busy getting bailed out and causing 5.2 million foreclosures that Obama helped create. This is how the system works. We haven't had a draft in this country since the 70s. We've had a poverty draft, and we'll continue to have one. What do these 7 countries have in common? None of them is listed among the 56 member banks of the Bank for International Settlements, BIS. That evidently puts them outside the long regulatory arm of central bankers' central bank in Switzerland. The most renegade of the lot could be Libya and Iraq, the two that have actually been attacked. It's all about the banking, the petrodollar. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button, even if you've subscribed before, because you get unsubscribed, and hit the notification button so you get a notification every time a new video drops. Sometimes they don't do it accurately because YouTube is just picking and selecting who they can give notifications to and who they can't. And they're like, we're giving notifications to people that aren't even subscribers here. The reason they made that is so that they can push up. All of a sudden, CNN and MSNBC, their videos are getting all this traction on YouTube. They never used to do that. So they don't want you watching stories like this. They don't want you paying attention to stories like this. They want you watching Rachel Maddow telling you about Russia, Russia, Russia. That's what they want. But you're here, so you're smarter than that. Share this video, like and subscribe, go to the Patreon page. And come see me on the road with Ron Placone, the Progressive Comedy Tour, May 9th at the Tempe Improv, May 10th at Pennington's Pub in Lake Havasu, May 11th in Las Vegas, and May 12th in San Diego. All the links for tickets and everything are at grahamelwood.com, which is in the show notes below. Come support the shows. We got a whole new run of shows that are going to be happening in June. Nashville, Alabama, Atlanta, in late June. We're going to announce those dates soon. Thanks for watching.